would say that 90% of my clients that start the fast metabolism diet with me come into the diet in some state of stress. So in this video, I really want to cover what phase one is all about, because that's where we start. And in phase one, it is all about unwinding stress. And that is really important for our bodies. And I'm not talking just about physical stress. I am also talking about mental stress. And I don't think there's many of us that can say that we lead stress-free lives. So when you come into that first day on the fast metabolism diet in phase one, and you are eating high carbs and high fruit, do you know why you're doing that? Let me explain. You're actually doing that to soothe or to lower your cortisol levels. And what happens is in your body, you have two organs called adrenal glands, and they sit right on top of your kidneys. So if you've got two kidneys, you've usually got two adrenal glands. And when you are in a stress mode, your adrenal glands excrete a stress hormone called cortisol. And we've all heard of the adrenal glands. That's the fight or flight. All right, when you are in sudden danger, then your adrenals kick in, excrete cortisol, and you are able to combat the stress of a lion chasing you, or having to lift up a car, or in something that is really severely stressing you. You can often overcome it by a physical act of getting rid of that stress. But what happens in our daily lives is we never decrease the amount of cortisol that's been secreted into our bodies, and that it in itself produces a huge stress on the body. Actually, what it does is it sends a signal to increase fat storage. So those of you that are in adrenal stress, that have high levels of cortisol, you are going to increase your storage of fat. So coming into phase one, using the foods that we're using, we're telling everything to settle down, getting your adrenals to calm down, using food so that then you can metabolize the fat that you want to metabolize. And comfort foods tend to do that. Comfort foods in the way of high carbs, high fruit, those are all great things at soothing our adrenals, and that's why they're in phase one. So you haven't got a lot of fat and protein, which are very hard to metabolize. You've got carbs and sugar. Sugar and carbs keep your blood sugar level all day, and that it de-stresses the body. One of those stresses is when our blood sugar ups and downs all day. That is a stress on our adrenals. So the fruit and the carbs keep our sugar all level. And some of the B vitamins, the beans and the rice and the Ezekiel bread and the oatmeal, those are great soothing foods as well. So that's why we're using the foods that we're using in phase one, and that's why we're not eating the fats and the proteins like we do in some of the other phases. It's all about unwinding stress. It's all about settling our adrenals, reducing our cortisol levels so that our body can just calm down. All right? You need to tell your body, just calm down. And then let the food be the medicine that you need it to be to increase your metabolism. So that's all about phase one. Really focus on the high sugary foods, because some of these you can't have in any other time on the 28 days. We all love blueberries and we all love raspberries, but introduce some pineapple and mango and kiwi into the mix. Some oranges. Those are really great for you in this phase, and they're not allowed on phase 3. So try something new. You know, I've heard that the sweet potato shepherd's pie is a great recipe. It's got lentils in and sweet potatoes, and those are really soothing to your adrenals. So try something different. Go for the big hitters, the adrenal de-stressors, and don't forget the exercise. Remember, one of the reasons that we exercise with a cardio intent in phase 1 is we get to release those endorphins. You know, we go for that hard, intense, heart rate racing exercise, which actually is perfect for phase 1 because it gets our heart rate nice and high. We get that release, and then we settle down again. So I'm going to rename this video the Settle Down and Calm Your Adrenals. All right? Settle down and calm your adrenals. Reduce the cortisol. Those are the goals for phase 1.